What's up? On a mission to rule this world, and I won't stop till it's all raised to the ground. But I can't help but feel like I'm just trying to make dead people amazed and proud. So I did my best to scream nothing, not a sound escaped my mouth. Then I saw my brother get killed, nothing, not a sound escaped my mouth. With a plan to rise to the occasion, through trials and tribulation, these hypocrite council of elders with endless debates, laws and stipulations. It all started right in the heart of a battlefield. As a baby, could not run away from enemies, so it's time for me to embark on investigation. Soon after, the tablets telling me there's no stopping the curse of hatred. Then I woke up in the real world, that's an illusion. I'm trapped in the matrix, started thinking about back to the basics. If I one-shot life, I can make it. Trying to create while I destroy, like I'm trying to make the very music that I'm facing. Later on that day, I fell to the ground from exhaustion, laying on my back cause I'm half conscious. I can only stare at the blue skies. Then I told myself I can beat time. It's like I believed in my own lies, pushing everyone away with the diva path and the renegade gun in both eyes. And it's unfair, cause all my ninjas we see what is not there, like an illusion. If it's so real, then tell me why do I feel like it's not real, like an illusion. And it's
Yes, you can relax. Believe me, Master is extremely knowledgeable. If he says that she's going to be alright, then there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Oh, are you awake now? Oh, thank goodness! Traveler, you're finally awake! Well, we're at... good question. Where? This is Gandharvaville. It was originally built by scholars from Sumeru as a... My name is Kale. I'm a trainee forest ranger. Oh, no things are necessary. I didn't do anything, really. By the way, how are you feeling now? Any discomfort? Oh, that's Master's herbal medicine. Before I forget, Master mentioned you should take more medicine once you wake up. Whoops!
Kale, what's the matter? Were you trying to retrieve the medicine? As I've already told you, you must be careful with the...
Sorry, Master.
Now, the guide to Avidya Forest's edible fungi is clearly posted on our bulletin board.
Right? This is the second time he's come down with food poisoning this month. I'll be sure to give him a good talking.
Yes, please do. If... So, how are you doing?
Oh, this is my master. Forest Watcher Tainari.
I already informed Paimon about the reason you fell unconscious earlier. But now that you're awake, let me explain it for you as well. It is common practice for Sumeru scholars of certain darshans to dedicate themselves to training and meditation in isolated areas, particularly the nearby forests. While meditating, they use a certain incense known as spirit borneol to help calm their minds as they enter a state of deep rumination. In hopes of asking directions, you two followed a scholar named Hypatia into her cave. The incense you smelled inside was the spirit borneol I just mentioned. That incense typically has no effect on most people, but for a very select few, it can have profound effects on one's cognition, as you experienced firsthand. Does that make sense? Very good. Now, answer me this. Did you feel anything after passing out? Say, any out-of-body experiences? Or did you see anything while unconscious? Kale, let the others know to stop bringing their patrol logs here for now.
Huh? Why?
Because these two will be staying here for the next few days. They can have my room and I'll bunk with Amir. Now get a move on and be sure to do as I've said.
Yes, Master Tainari. Wait, hold on a second. Can you...
Sure, let me fill you in. I originally planned to send you on your way once you finished your medicine. However, it appears now that you should stay a while longer in Gandharvaville for further observation while you recuperate.
Further observation?
No need to be hasty. As long as you have the capacity to judge between right and wrong, I promise that you'll understand the gravity of the situation. Based on what you saw after smelling the incense and losing consciousness, we can conclude that you experienced a powerful hallucination, which suggests your mental state is not in the best of shape. If you're skeptical, have a whiff of this.
Ooh, are you okay?
You're experiencing a similar sensation as when you passed out. So even though your condition is stable as of now, if I were to haphazardly let you leave, it's highly likely that you'd suddenly pass out again somewhere else. The rainforest is home to many fierce animals and hazardous areas. If something were to happen to you again, I'm afraid you might not be so lucky. For now, I suggest you continue taking your medicine each day and avoid wandering off on your own. Good. Now continue resting while I fire up another bowl of medicine for you.
Seriously? We just... Paimon knows we're hey! Are you even listening to Paimon? Paimon's over here... What's weird? You mean how you're feeling now? You mean the vision of tree roots and red skies you saw? But if those weren't hallucinations, what could they be? Well, considering how unique you are, Paimon, if he misjudged your condition, then there's a chance you could get worse, right? Huh? You mean that Oh, well, that's settled, but it seems like asking Tainari might not be an option anymore. What do you think we should... Good idea! Rise and shine! Come on, it's time to go find Kale!
Yesterday, in total, 5 dozen.
All right, next let's see. Right hand. Yes, not bad. But please remember that you still need to be careful. Understand?
Yes, I will. By the way, Master, I still haven't received the patrol route for today.
Look, Kale, Today's patrol will be a long one, so you won't be coming along this time. Besides, there's a chance we may encounter... well...
But I have a vision too!
Don't talk like that, Kale. This is not something you need to be worrying about right now. Ah, there you are. Feeling any better?
Yeah, since we'll be staying here for...
Seems you're not the type to sit back and take it easy for a while, huh? In that case, perhaps Kale could take you two for a patrol south of... And if you're feeling up to it, you can be responsible for cleaning the statue of the...
Tenari, we're ready to head out.
Roger, I'll be right there. All right, we'll be heading into the...
Yes, you can count on me. So, Kale, what did Tainari mention cleaning the statue just now? Well, a forest ranger's responsibilities can be pretty diverse. They handle a variety of tasks, like checking the condition of outlying roads. As for Master, today we can perform routine checks on... Paimon, Traveler, this way! You can leave...
There's still a long road ahead.
Nothing wrong with these two lamps. Let's move to the next ones. Oh, this lamp seems to be getting a little wobbly. Let me make a note of it. No problems with this lamp. Good. The statue of the Seven is up on... It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue. Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those... by the way, Kale, do you know anything about the Dendro? That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata... Oh! Is that the name of the form? Uh-huh. Greater... To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. According to what Master, to celebrate the Uh-huh. Well, and that... Huh? You're not... Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. Maybe it's... No, it's not anyway... Wait, Amber? You mean... Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while. There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call. If you ask me... sorry. So... Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have... In one letter, I knew you two were... Yep. So please know that you two have my complete... I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro... That's alright. You've already helped us out. Oh, I'm happy. So that's why you're here. Don't mention it. We are friends after all. You both have my... Now that Paimon Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali? The name does seem to fit... Well, anyway, we'll have to... Let's get started on cleaning this... Nice work! welcome back! You must be tired. Yay! Food! What kind of goodies did you bring? Hey! Don't be a party pooper! It's not like Kale is a stranger or anything. I prepared a nice portable... No! You dropped it up! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine. Oh, whew. Those pitas are amazing! Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. You really know. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time. Yay! Thanks! Oh, I guess so, Kale, Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moment. No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature. But Master's actually very kind. Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants. Sages from the but Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too... Seems you already know him well. Master could obviously have a bright future in the Academia, but he insists on sticking to the path of a... In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets. Really? Paimon... Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here. Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why? Is she going to die? Hey! Don't laugh! Hey! Now even Kale started... Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this! No! Don't touch me! Oh, sorry, Kale. No, I just... Kale, are you okay? What's the matter? No, I'm fine. Oh, well... Huh? What was up with Kale just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden?
Rainforest climate is far more pleasant than that of the desert.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back.
Oh, Kale? Yes,
Oh, okay. Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Kale, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about...
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? What?
I came to check on Kale's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she...
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Kale has been dealing with for... Kale has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now. It must have been refreshing for her to have you two...
So, Tainari, what's
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Kale told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma. So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Kale is not because of who you are or your past feats. Instead, I am going to tell you because... well, because Kale asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Kale revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. So now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
So, Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Kale?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body. At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral paresthesia. In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying. Wait, hold on. So when Kale seemed to be acting a little clumsier...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself. With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious state. Nevertheless, Kale's mother still hoped that there was something out there. She handed Kale over to an organization known as the Fatui after one of their members lied and said they had a cure.
What? The
Ah, it appears you're already familiar with them. That'll save me some... Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Kale and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor. I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Kale was with them. However, Kale's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Kale is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Kale's been...
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Kale wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you... Kale once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Kale's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right, now that I've told you about Kale's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some...
Yeah, we'd like to do something.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a danger...
No problem.
Let's go then. We'll be...
Hey, Tainari? Where exactly are we going to find this plant?
Nilotpala lotuses can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Nilotpala lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Oh, huh. Okay then. Note to Paimon. Never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
There should be Nilotpala lotuses. If you could manage to gather 4 of them, we'll rendezvous here once you've gathered the...
All right, we've gathered enough Nilotpala lotuses. Let's head back to meet Tainari.
Let me take a look. I'm quite glad you two came along. Your exploration experience helped save me a lot of time here.
Hey, Tainari!
Oh, Tainari, someone's calling you.
Ah yes, that's Amir and the others. Let's go find out what's going on.
Tainari, thank goodness we found you here. We were just about to head back and find you at Gandharvaville.
What's going on?
We just discovered a withering zone.
The Withering is back? Can you tell me the exact location?
It's up ahead, deep in the river valley. It's appeared in a spot that blocks nearly the entire narrow part of the valley area.
And the radius of the contamination?
Sorry, I couldn't get a clear enough view.
No one in our patrol team had a vision, and it appeared.
Okay, I understand.
Wait, Kainari, what?
You two have only just arrived, and there's a unique type of anomaly. The affected area is not only...
Yes, as Amir said, only someone with a vision.
That's right. If any of the four, only someone with a vision can venture within a withering zone and find a way to... But you don't seem to carry...
Don't worry, she may not have a vision, but she's a real pro at...
It seems the rumors about you are true. In that case, all right, you two may accompany me. We typically only teach visitors how to identify the withering as they're about to leave Gandharvaville. We'll make an exception today and show you what it looks like up close. Stop. Don't move any further. Look there in the distance.
Huh? Where? Oh, look! Those plants have withered! That whole area is kind of... Oh, Paimon doesn't like the look of...
That is the withering. All right, traveler. We're going to have to enter that withering zone. Thank you. But I must warn you. Don't push yourself. Even with elemental powers, once you step inside the withering zone, you may experience extreme... You ready then? Let's go. First, we must locate any branches sustaining the withering zone.
Time for a light show!
Let's go gather some samples. Huh. I'll bury you. Great work. Now that all the branches have been cleared, we'll need to take care of the tumor. Can't see? Let's nip that in the bud.
Fire hazard! Didn't count. Scatter!
Now, destroy the tumor of the withering. Yes, thanks to you two.
Tainari?
It's that obvious, huh? Alright. Recently, the rate at which the withering zone appears has been increasing. Even though we were able to quickly clear that withering zone, it won't be long before another one appears. If that simply meant more work for me, then that wouldn't be an issue. But it's far more severe than that. For instance, even though we cleared out the withering zone, many of the plants that were affected will not recover. This presents a crisis for the ecosystem itself. Many plants in the rainforest are already in decline, directly impacting the wildlife that depends on those plants. And most disturbingly, as the appearances of withering zones have started to increase, Kale's case of Elazar has also become more serious.
Huh? Well, why is that?
I'm still not sure of the exact reason. However, I've received word from acquaintances at the academia that similar cases are being reported for patients with other conditions. No, none that we know of. The withering has been recorded in Sumeru for millennia. By the way, have you heard of Irminsul before? Irminsul is a tree located deep beneath the surface, although it isn't like any tree we know in a biological sense. You can basically think of it as a large tree that grows downwards rather than upwards. I'm sure you've heard of ley lines, right? They're like the roots of Irminsul, spreading and extending from a massive cavern. Ley lines continually absorb the memories of this world, which are then funneled into Irminsul. The Dendro Archon is known as the God of Wisdom because her consciousness is directly connected to it. It is also said that the Dendro And as for the withering, that's right. My ancestors learned of this from Greater Lord Rukadevata's familiar. I'm afraid we rangers will be battling the withering zones here for— Alright, that's enough on this topic.
If you have made it to the end of the video and you ain't like it yet, what the fuck are you doing, my guy?
Goddamn button!
Push the goddamn button!
You heard what she said.
Weapon of mass destruction. Weapon of mass destruction. Thank God I ascended. I prayed for the ending of conflict and deliverance from all those monsters who lived in my conscience. You hear helicopters that carry Uchiha doctors, insurgents to cut out all the self-hatred I fostered by this life.
I'm
table odds, the generals that are saber rattling. Death toll is maddening, dismantling the fate of a snake, choose tattling, so saddening, still battling these demons. Everything in sight, I'm flattening. Finish step